Hello, hello. How are we all doing? I hope we're all doing well. Thank you, Water Sheep, for being first. Welcome in. Puli, your coffee is missing. That sucks. But thank you for the happy flap. Water Sheep, you have decaf. I'm so sorry. But thank you for your happy flap also. I had the hiccup. Yes, Puli. Oh god. Oh god. What is going on? Or might have rated the wrong Khaleesi? Oh my goodness. I think you did actually rate the wrong person, brother. Ah, Charlotte, hello, welcome in. I will hydrate and push to check right now. Hannah Banana, hello, hello, hello. Oh goodness, what do you like, brother? We cast denial on shrimpification, let's go. I don't know why my VTuber looks a little weird today. Ooh. Oh no, that's another missing coffee. Listen, it's not me today, okay? I promise. That's not the second person today that's had their coffee missing. Oh, Charlotte, you have a giant black coffee. Let's go. Who's a delight? Who are you picking on Banana Hannah? Miss Banana of the Hannah. You want to boogie to these tunes? Let's go. How is the music sounding? I hope it's all good. Hello, Kay. Welcome in. How you doing? Oh, you have my favorite. Kay coming in with the mocha. Let's go. Yeah, you rated a random Lacey. That's so sad. My brother, stop bullying Banana Hannah. I'm doing well. I'm here. I'm vibing. Brother, listen, behave yourself. We have a new fishing mini game, guys. Oh, are we changing Nyrex's color? Did he go blue? Yes, he's bubblegum. So in the panel section, if you scroll down, there's like new commands for the fishing minigame. And it's very cute, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Charlotte, I know we finally had... It's a fun one, I think. We finally had Black Nyrex and then Puli changed it. Water Sheep is fishing! What are we getting? What are we getting? Oh, thank you for the head pads. Water Sheep caught an enormous ginkgo leaf. Oh my lord. It's classed as garbage, but you know, that is cute. That is cute. We got the new fish. Let's go. And an achievement. Let's go. Look at you all. You're all gonna be fishing pros. Let's go. Let's get Black Nyrex back. Orb has had enough of fishing. Understandable. Puli, don't bonk me. My poor little head. Another 5 months until we see it again. Yeah. But yeah. Into game we go. I haven't checked if my VTuber. Yeah. Oh god, another one with missing coffee. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, we're all changing Nyrex's color. He's gonna get confused. Oh my god, even the pigeons are confused. This is... Listen, okay? I'm not stealing anyone's coffee. Oh, he's purple and green. Yeah, lots of people, like, I don't know why. The pigeons are really punishing you all today. There is a coffee drought going on. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, more coffee. An espresso. You got a black coffee because you didn't do it right. 85 stream streak Puli. Let's go. Oh my god, we're feeding Nyrex. He's loving life. Oh my god, you're all spoiling him. He's gonna get really... He's gonna become unbearable. Probably, Puli. Well, you had an espresso. That's fine. That's good enough. Oh my god, he's orange. We've never had... Have we ever had orange before, chat? I don't know if we have. He is. He's gonna be chunky, but I like that. That's fine. He's gonna be the Vega. Right, Fanta? Oh my god. Puli, it's okay. It's the fun of the thing. It's a lucky dip. Oh my god. Yeah, as everyone knows, we finally got Prairie King. We did it in a Discord stream yesterday. So that was fun. Oh my god. Oh, there we go! He's black and red! Hannah Banana coming in with the clutch. Oh my god, we haven't had that one. We had all black last time. We didn't get black and red. He is gorgeous, isn't he? So beautiful. Okay. We did Prairie King, and we got Prairie King. So now we just have friendships and a gold clock. We have like 5 mil, so we're so close. I think Shane hates us because Puli did miss the Discord stream. He's not a true fan. You just want to sleep today, Shane? That's fine. You don't count it? Well, poor you. Yeah, you did. Okay. It's a good thing I kept this batch. I had a feeling we would need it. Hopefully I've got enough. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. It's not your fault, Hannah. It's his. It's Mr. Pooley's fault for not checking Discord. He's just salty about it, is all. Oh god, I don't want to drink it. Stop drinking. Oh my god. He is red and black on. His color's gorgeous. Like, Chad, if you could have your own dragon, what colors would it be? Well, can you tell the colors of what dragon I would have? 100% black and red. You want pink, white, or black? Ooh. Interesting. Mine would be what Nyrex is now. Or he'd be completely black and he would have like iridescent red. I think that would... he would look gorgeous. Okay. We are gonna make some money today, which is fun. It's fun. I'm going to get a bunch of fairy dust and do a whole 572 starfruit wine as iridium quality and see how much it gets me on my CC perfection save. Okay. You want a watermelon dragon? That would be cute. Taraxis colors, yeah. Actually, my BFF gifted me a plushie of a dragon with similar colors. My brother bought me I called the dragon, my little plushie, Sage, because it's sage colored green. and my brother bought it for me for, I think, my birthday one time. And he sits on top of my monitor. Congratulations, you beat Journey of the Prairie King and we're randomly selecting an exclusive winners. You've won a Prairie King arcade system. I do not want to enjoy Prairie King at the comfort of my own home, but thank you. This is cool. Where should we put it? It's never going to be played. I ain't playing that, but you know, we have it. Yeah, my brother has bought me so many plushies. I've got my watermelon capybaras. Yeah, I have a lot of plushies from my brother. I love plushies. Right. What was I doing? I cannot remember. Plushies are like my comfort. I don't care what people say. Like, some people are like, oh, plushies are for children, but like, nah. I am a child, it's fine. In my office, I have on the wall, like, one of those, plushie hammocks, and I've got, like, a few of my plushies in there. A few of my favorite ones. See, Kate, you understand, okay? Plushies are important. I don't get why people judge us and our plushies sometimes. Oh, our flowers grew. Hey, yo, bro. No. Yeah, so my brother is a rebel and he stole, like, a teddy bear from the store. And he had a tantrum and didn't want to give it back. And, yeah. It's been his beloved plushie ever since. Yeah, he told me about that, Kay. Plushies are just the greatest. Whoever judges plushies is a Dumbo. They're a Dumbo. See, my brother's got it all figured out. I thought you were getting a German Shepherd named Riley. You'll have to fit it in your suitcase this time, Kay. I found, guys, also a jumbo pigeon plushie. And I really want it. It's huge, and I don't know where I would put it, but like, tell me that that's not perfect for me. Exactly. The more dogs, the better. Yeah. You need like a giant suitcase. And then just get him to buy you even more Stitch plushies, Kay. Oh, God. You're gonna need another suitcase just for all the stuff. Right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now we just need money. That is all we need. My dog is snoring. God, I used to have a thing about collecting phone cases. I had so friggin' many. It was ridiculous. True. Although everything is so expensive these days. I have from Disney my favorite is Olaf. My brother my brother bought me my Olaf plushie when I turned 16 and I still have it to this day and I cuddle it every night. And I adore Olaf. He's my favorite. I actually have a shelf of Olaf. And I am not ashamed to admit it. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, studying is not free in the UK, sadly. It costs a fortune. It's ridiculous. Yeah, okay, I know, it's freaking insane. They'll charge extra for anything these days. Next, you'll go to a coffee shop and they'll charge you extra for every little thing. You want milk in your coffee? That's an extra £1. You want a sugar? £1 of sugar. Although coffee's already pretty ridiculously priced right now. See, that's how it should be. Just go to Germany to study, everyone. Yeah. 8.5k. Holy moly, guacamole. See, I signed up for a language course. Well, I put interest in. And it'll be £100 for a whole, like, semester. It's a language course, so... And it's only for the first module, so... We'll see. Because I used to love learning languages, but when I moved schools, they wouldn't let me learn more languages because I'd only just started. So, yeah. You get prescriptions and medication free. You have to pay for things like paracetamol. But if you go private, then you pay. Not sure about England. They're a whole different... I know, Hannah. It was so mean. Because I wanted to, be a translator originally in school. But the school I went to wasn't, like, the best. It was quite a rough area, so learning wasn't easy. And then, back then, they didn't know I had autism, so I didn't really get much support in that area either. England's stupid. And then when I eventually moved schools because I got my diagnosis, they said because I'd only just arrived and I was going into like my final like 2 years, I couldn't join any of the language courses. So I did not bother in the end. My confidence was struck. It's crazy how we are all the UK but Ireland, Wales, Scotland. Yep. Yep. Honestly, the school system really just is not that great in the UK, if I'm being honest. They cut funding for everything. Like, when I was in school, I was lucky because I studied like music and art for my like finals, but now that's not seen as like a profession to go into, I guess. So they've cut funding, and you can't do that now for like GCSEs and stuff. Which is bonkers to me. Yeah, like certain schools in the UK will offer different languages. Like I know my cousins, they learn German. In mine it was French and obviously Welsh. When I was younger I did Spanish, which I enjoyed a little, but I didn't, they cut the funding to that, so I didn't really get to do much. And then when I moved to the new school, they had Chinese, I do believe. But I was not allowed to partake, so I did not. But I hate how it's different in all schools. I was actually learning a bit of Swedish, but I get so like overwhelmed, and I like when you're self-studying, I find it quite difficult. It's the same here, Kay. Welsh is the dying language, and it's so sad. It's why I'm gonna try and find a course to learn it, because I think it needs to be learned. That's what I did, Hannah, but I feel like, I don't know, there were lots of bad reviews about Duolingo. And then I tried this other app for languages, and I liked it because it had mini games, but it was so friggin' expensive. I'm like, dude, where am I gonna get the money for that? Yeah, I know. And it's lucky I had a friend who well, he's Swedish, and he knows multiple languages, so he did help me a little bit. Oh shit, where's my horse? Honestly, Hannah, like, if I don't practice it, I forget. I did it for like, God knows. I did it for like 6 months. I should remember some things. And I think I kind of do, but I'm just a little shy. Let's go. Money, money, money. Give me all the money. The bookseller's in town today. Shane, do you want a coffee? He was mad at me the other day. I don't know why. Don't know what I did to upset him. Your English is very good, Hannah. Really? I love German accents with English. I just love the German accent in general, to be honest. Yes, Egg Festival. Was it someone's birthday today, or was I mistaken? No, it wasn't. I'm just crazy. I'm quite lucky though, because sometimes I sound like I have an accent and other times I don't. It depends on what words I'm saying. But most people just think I'm English, which... I mean, I'm not, but you know. It's easier just to let people assume. I need to go into the mines. That is what I need. Oh yeah. Or when I'm saying Noah. Noah? Because you don't say no, you say Noah. I don't hear it myself. No, I can hear your Scottish, K. 100%. Wait, now why am I putting the coffee in there? Holy. We go to the mines, I think. We'll just take cheese and we'll go. We can put those in there. Okay. To the mines we go. My turtle's so cute. Also, I increased where our kegs are, so we have them here now too. They're like only a few. I need more ores. Okay, Bucko, stay there, boy. We're going to the mines. Yeah. Where was I going? Is this the floor I need? Probably not. More coffee, mocha, let's go. My favorite, coming in clutch. Wonderful. You need to install streamer bot, brother. Then you can see who's like lurking. You tell him, Hannah. Give me the coal. Banana Hannah is great, so you know. She watched me achieve victory on Prairie King. I see you a lot, Kay, it's fine. I don't really mind people lurking. If I know it's not always something, you know, people don't always want to chat. But lurkers are most welcome here. We support it. We love it. Yeah, you see, like, men. It's just men for you, Hannah. Oh, Lord. I am so confused. Poolie, don't you start getting involved. Which one is not working, Hannah? I can see the one you used. If that's what you mean. Poolie, do not use the weird ones from wherever you got them from. Is it not moving for you? I can see it moving for me. I don't even know what you're talking about. 7 TV, what? How the hell would I even know how to turn those on? I just have emotes, okay? I think I'm gonna leave. My phone's always the problem. My phone's dying on me. I think it's 25. I think I can go to 25, right? Okay, now they're not. They're not working for me now. Oh my god. Oh god. Ooh, copper. I am not giving Clint any money whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Double it. Oh god. Yo, bro. No thank you. Double it and give it to the next person? Oh my god. We ain't not got time for that, bro. Oh, go. And a ladder. The money grind we've got... Oh god. How much have we got? I can't do numbers. Almost 6 mil? So, I think we're doing good. Almost there. Slowly. We also need gold. Oh look, I got an ancient seed. Let's go. Why is it when I don't need ancient seeds I get them? Is it 95 for gold? Ooh. I don't know where I get gold. Brother, where do I get gold? You see why I could never be a banker? Oh god. So we need, what floor is it? So it's 1.4 mil until you can buy the clock. Oops. Okay. Was it 80? Did you say 80? I'm going to 80. Gold! Glorious gold! Don't worry, Hannah. I didn't even know. I have a form of dyscalculia, which really affects the way I see numbers. Yeah, it's very annoying. Well, at least you're smart 25% of the time. I'm not smart at all. I'm gonna reset the mines again. We'll go down to 25. I swear 25 is copper level, right? Or is it 20? Dudes, that is rude. Yeah, mine's pigeons, Hannah. Okay, thank you, brother. I'm gonna forget that, but you know. Right? I love pigeons, man. So many people think they're verming when they're not. They're actually very smart. Also, they're so flat and fluffy. Dude, that is rude. I'm just trying to sword my way through. These crabs need to stop running around like that. See, I feel like I'd be good at psychology because I'm very good at... I'm shit at emotions, but I'm like... What are you? Are you a glow ring? What, 2 glow rings? I don't need you. We don't need the frozen geodes, it's fine. I'm the same, Hannah. I think it's how blunt I am sometimes as well when I don't agree with something. I don't like shimmy around the bush. That's what people say. I'll just tell you as it is. And it's getting worse as I'm getting older. Oh, look at the coal. Sprites. But we do have to leave the mine. Yeah, same. That's what everyone says. Like, it's like the meme I put in Discord. Like, my face is just very, like, one mood, and that's it. And everyone's always like, why do you look so mad? Are you not even enjoying yourself? I'm like, I'm having the best time of my life. But you know what? I'm sick of telling people that. It's you're bad now if you can't read my face. But then if I don't like something you've said or done, my face will tell you immediately. I also can't lie to save my life. Do I have a birthday today? No. But it's the Egg Festival. Which I don't really care about, so it's fine. But then do I go just for the friendship points? Yeah. I don't like lies, so... I mean, I don't think anyone likes lies. Maybe we can do Skull Cavern Run tomorrow just for the ores. We need iron. And I'm out of iron again. It's fine, I'm not crying on the inside. It's fine. One thing I wish, right, is that charcoal makers didn't need as much wood to make charcoal. And the truffles are on the ground again. Hannah Banana, thank you for the resub for 2 months. Let's go. I hope you enjoy all your emotes and your animated emotes and your little special author badge. Ooh. Ooh. We got a level up on the fishing game. So with this fishing game as well, I forgot to add it like sort of levels up and you get new biomes as you go, which give you different kinds of fish. Shout out was given to Hannah. Let's go. I'm not sure if that's one of the mods doing that or if it's the bot. I'm not entirely sure. You don't have to do it for people who sub, Puli, but thank you. Just people who raid. Do we have any honey? The egg festival has begun. Should I go just for the points with the friendship? Probably. Probably. So, for my birthday stream as well, I'm gonna do the community center speedrun, like I said. I want to buy some more strawberries. And then once we've finished with our perfection run for Stardew... Oh, look at our kids. They're demons. Obviously, we're gonna do modded, but is there a game that we should try and get all achievements for? We can do, I can put a list of them up, I suppose. But there's like Baldur's Gate, which I feel like would be insane. It would take me a lifetime. There's also Fields of Mysteria, which just fully released on Tuesday. Which could be fun. Obviously, I'll still be playing Stardew, like, regularly, but do we want another... Oh god. If that's what I mean. Maybe we don't get all achievements for, Also, I can't... Yeah. So maybe not Baldur's Gate for achievements, but we could do, like, a playthrough just for fun, maybe? Who have I said hello to and who haven't I said hello to? Not yet. I swear I spoke to Linus. Who haven't I spoken to? Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, of course. I still have yet to... Like, with me, I've never gotten past... Currently on Baldur's Gate, I'm in the area, like, where you need the little lantern. Otherwise, like, the demon people come and eat you and stuff like that. That's the furthest I've gone. I've never fully completed the game, so I don't fully know all the stories. So it would be kind of a new and like kind of a first playthrough because I haven't gone past that. Alright, who have I said hello to? I need to say hello to... Sandy's not here, right? Or the dwarf, or Krobus. Pierre. Just need Pierre. Where is Pierre? Yeah, it is really good so far. The thing with me is I stop playing for a while and then I go back. I can't even speak to Pierre. That sucks. And then I forget what I've done, so then I need to restart, but when I restart, I, like, do the same thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole vibe. Unless I have something holding me accountable, like stream, then I most likely will not complete a game that I've started. It's like my one bad habit, I guess you could say. And it sucks because I want to, it's just my attention span is so bad. Yeah, I need to play it full through. Maybe we can do that as a stream game. My spin the wheel rewards, I have no freaking clue. Honest to God. Like, I want it to be fun, but then I obviously don't want to force people to, like, subscribe and stuff, which is how you gain the points to spin the wheel. So what I might do is, like, you know, we have the eggs that we collect with the pigeons on screen. I was thinking maybe we could do a thing where, like, every 50 eggs, I just manually bring the spin the wheel onto the screen and I spin it that way. But as for rewards, I have no clue. Because I want to do the community center speed run, but people want me to, like, I've got one where it's play Fuse on Apex. It's like, okay, I can put that in, but then that's taken away from the time spent on the speed run. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And of course we got Bean Boozled. I want to sell the drying pineapple. I have 562 stairs, so Skull Cavern should be possible. Also, I need to make a vegetable medley. Another achievement we still need to do is all the recipes. It could be, but who the hell am I gonna play Apex with, brother? No one I know anymore plays Apex. And I don't like playing on my own. And obviously one of them was play Baldur's Gate with you. And then we've got a horror game. Okay, you'll play Apex with me, that's great. I won't be alone. But it's like I have to play Fuse. Fuse of all people. And I could be in chat cheering us on while I cry. Ken keeps giving me bombs. What we were doing, we were gonna go to Skull Cavern, right? You are. You're the best, Hannah. What was I doing? My head's gone. Oh. I need my cheese. Always need the cheese. A farm totem. I'm not gonna need my flute. Ah! Tomorrow begins a 3-day festival. Oh, that's tomorrow? Do we save our stuff for the desert then? Because it's the desert festival. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Abort that plan. See, I would do karaoke, but I get very shy. Yes, the retro TV. So, I'm not sure, like, what would people like to see me do? Or like to see from me? Like another Prairie King run? Like, it can be anything. or Geronimo Kart run. May as well get this pink cake to Haley. VR horror games. Pulley, you shut the front door right this moment. Torture with Geronimo Kart? Okay, I'll put Geronimo Kart as something we do. I'm just a baby. Exactly. Khaleesi's just a baby. Why do you all want me to cry so much? That's the question. Why do you all want me to cry so much? Literally, I'm a baby. What the heck is Dance Forever? I am not doing any sort of dancing, Pulley. What the heck? I'd need like one of those 3D VTuber models, and they're expensive. So if you want to pay like £500 for one of those, you go ahead. We need all the wood. I should probably check on all my wood farms too, to be honest. Oh shit! Wait. I planted a load of trees in the desert. Does that mean the desert festival is gonna ruin my tree farm? Hold the front door. I am coming through, hang on. Oh god. It's a good thing I checked, right? Oh, they'll come back? Interesting. I may as well chop and replant anyway. Look at them all. Can never say no to wood. Or buys McDonald's. I know one is Bean Boozled. But then is it fun if it's not like a face cam kind of thing? It's just more voice reaction. Torture, kind of. I overthink things way too much. I have to get tiramisu. That's one thing I've been told I need. Bean Boozled is like, I'm not sure if you've seen Harry Potter where they have like the different jelly beans, and then like it's all different flavors. And like you can end up with like a really good flavor like blueberry, or one that tastes like sick. Like vomit. So yeah. So I was told to do that. I swear everyone just wants me to cry on stream at this point in time. We're just gonna plant all the trees back. Yeah, well, where did I see tiramisu in the supermarket the other day? Like, do I get, like, just one from the supermarket, or do I actually get one from, like, a bakery kind of thing? Because if we want me to experience tiramisu, do we want me to do it the right way or the wrong way? I'm not sure if you're all trying to torture me or not. Hobby. I mean, there must be a place I can just buy it, right? Where's Haley? Is she in here? Where is that woman? I'm scared I'm not gonna like it and you're all gonna judge me. I'm just so fussy. Abigail. Abigail. Why does Abigail just want to eat everything? Rocks? She wants to eat them. Where the heck is Haley? The Junimo catalog. I haven't been checking the card. I need to be checking the card. Do my friendships go down if I don't keep up with them? Because I'm already full hearts with Haley, I do believe. God damn it, lady! I'm just very picky with what kind of, like, what coffee tastes like. If that makes sense. I'm like the fussiest person on earth. I swear. How many hearts have I got with Vincent and Jazz now? Where's Jazz? Where is she? 2, 4, 6. I need 8 with her. See, another weird thing. I hate marzipan. Do you know that people who just eat it straight from the cake? I don't know how. It makes me grind my teeth. See, I can't eat it. Give me a cake with marzipan on and I'm the person that sat there peeling it away. I love me a cream frosting. A buttercream frosting. I think we've almost deforested the forest. Yeah, I'll have to check. Why am I watering it? Like, Khaleesi, come on. I hope I like it, because it does sound delicious. But we'll see. We will see. Do not eat the legend row. We put it in preserves. How many tiles do you need also for the giant vegetables? I have no clue. I should have got more stairs. Although I went and got more stairs recently, I do believe. Hold the front door. I will check again. Even though my inventory being a mess is absolutely driving me insane. Jade. And I know I bought bombs recently. I've started collecting quartz to buy bombs from the merchant, the desert trader person. Lady. Okay, that's all that. And we'll buy more staircases, because it's not like I don't already have enough. There we go. I'm gonna have to remember that, because I am always out of hay. Truffles, we'll sell you, and you, and you, and you. Where the hell did I get a shirt from? My guy. I'm just that fashionable, I guess. Right. Did I check in here? Yes, I did. Should we check on the cute coffee house? And I planted loads of flowers. Not sure why, I just did. Because they're pretty. Now I can give them as gifts. Look, our mushroom trees are growing. So cute. Okay, the little secret coffee area. There's been a mosquito in my living room for 3 weeks and it's torturing me and going into hiding. Oh my god. I could never. I hate any kind of fly. I will kill it. You need a lizard. A lizard will definitely handle that for you. Right. The coffee room is looking excellent. Oh god, you're so happy. I'm happy that you finally got it. I kind of don't... We'll keep the bad ones, right? And then sell the good ones. Are these all different kinds of blue jazz? What the heck? Why are they not stacking? Is it just different shades? Or am I going crazy? I don't know. Probably going crazy. Oh, okay. And then we can sell these ones. For a little bit of money. And... I'm missing something. The stairs. Okay. We can set this up now. At least you do not use a bomb. That is the last thing you need. Okay. Hi, Boo. Where's my turtle? We made some money. We are prepared for war. Thank you for hydrating Nyrax. I'm sure he appreciates it, even though he's an ass most of the time. He doesn't mean it. He's just a baby. Okay, Pam. Thank you. It was probably the battery I gave you, but you know. It's fine. Ooh, we're trading Nyrax. Let's go. What is your fortune? Once he eventually wakes up. Oh, he's awake. He's drinking first, and then we'll get the fortune. You're scared? I think we're all scared. He is brutal. Okay, wow. Hannah Banana. Your fortune is that you'll find true love. If you're not already too much of a banana for anyone to handle. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh, I love it though. I love it. It must be a sign, Hannah. Okay, we're going to the desert. Oh my god, I should have taken my clothes off so that we could have, gotten a makeover. Oh, it's not open yet? That's rude. Give me a challenge. Okay. 10 mummies. I'd rather get iridium. Thank you very much. Dude. Yes, I want rare fruit and uncomfortably hard. Even though I would be crying in real life. Ow. Why is he so mean sometimes? That's the true question. I also want another buff, so I'm gonna drink my coffee. And I'm just gonna go down, oh, a few levels. God damn it. Is there a statue here? No. Okay, we'll go down. Monsters do less damage. Let's go. I hate spiral floors, so they're not gonna be a thing. Maybe it's the mosquito curse. Maybe it came back to, like, let you know. Anna, that it's gonna haunt you now. I'm just... Why can't you go there? Just go. Dude. No, thank you. Oh my god, 3? One died in your tea? How dare it? Hello? I had that the other day where a fly went in my coffee and I was so sad. I got a cowboy hat. I don't want a cowboy hat. Oh no. They have no consideration sometimes. Oh god, I don't want to deal with that. Oh god. I'm just not getting luck, am I? Mm-hmm. Dude. Oh, come over here. Use you as a bomb. Am I just not gonna get lucky? Is that what we're saying here, game? I don't even care about ladders. I just need iridium. Exactly. I have to get iridium. But I'm gonna be cursed with not getting any iridium. I think that was it. Yeah, get 15 pieces of iridium. Ow, dude, that hurts. That very much hurts. I think I'm just gonna keep going down, to be honest. I'm not even gonna stop. Oh, there's some iridium. Never mind. But whenever I get that task, I find that not one or... Yeah, right? I swear I'm cursed. Ooh, okay. He dropped a prizzy. Let's go. I think I've been buying so many bombs. Damn crab. I have got it. I'm gonna try and see if I can... Oh god. Go down a bit further. Whilst I'm here, I may as well, you know. Plus, I do need ore, so... Not about getting really far, it's a... Oh shit, I didn't collect my stuff. It's not about getting really far down, it's about, you know... Getting ore. Because I'm poor. That rhymes? Oh my god. But if I can't find loads of ores, then I'm not gonna waste my time on the floor, you know? Oh my god, again, a rhyme. Me and these mad rhymes, bruv. Go away, I don't like you. Ah! I have the memory of a goldfish. I have no clue. I got here before all the villagers and I just came straight in. So we'll go out and check now. More monsters? What the heck? That is rude. want a mega bomb here. Oh god. Give me all the ore. Oh, the Angry Mummies one is the worst. And then all you get is mummy floors. It curses you. Oh yeah. That is also a really bad one. Drink more coffee. I always need coffee. It's an issue. No effect. I am gonna eat one of these. Oh, hell no. Also no. This is rude. I know I heard one of those little demons. Oh god, I already put one, okay. Give me the ores, 'cause I'm poor. What time does the desert thing close? Midnight? Okay. I can do a few more floors. They're all staying up way past their bedtimes. How the heck can they just walk through bombs? Okay, we got to 400, that's fine. I just wanted to get ore anyway. We got a bit. Where's my silver? There, okay. Very good. Okay. Yes, right. Put it in. Okay, okay. We got our calico eggs. Right. Who do we need to see? Oh, that's a cute wallpaper. Okay, I'm getting that. Pam, what you got? Really? You probably have all the same stuff. Woman. Nothing that I want. You. You have the same things every time, right? I am very disappointed in you people. Should we get our outfit from Emily? Oh my god, get our free cactus. Okay. Oh my god, I look like a little elf. I'm so cute. I'm like Zelda, man. Let's go. I look like a cactus, actually. What's okay? Oh. It's the perfect match for me. Oh my god. We're gonna wear the outfits of our, oh. Every day. I look like a little elf. That's so cute. I just need the pointy ears now. We're gonna put our clothes, in there for now. And I'm gonna melt... What ore did I need? Okay, okay. Not enough gold. Story of my life. Okay, now we have enough gold. Come on. There we go. There we go. Right? Bleach blonde hair and I'll be good to go. What was I doing? My inventory's all messed up. I want to try this wallpaper because it looks so cute. Right? Look at me, I'm so stylish. You ever seen anyone more stylish than this? Where's my ancient fruit? We are gonna keep those. I'm gonna put those in there for now. I want to sell that and that. I'll need to get another totem. Our turtle is so cute. I want to see what this wallpaper looks like. I should have bought more than one, right? Oh no, it's gonna look weird if I don't like it. Oh, I love it. That is so cute. Oh, I should have bought more than one. Okay, that might be my favorite wallpaper so far. Just because green is my favorite color. Mm-hmm. Green. What the heck did I put in there? Did I not re-put ancient fruit in the... Oh god. Well, that's awkward. We need to sell those. Do not bomb anything up, Khaleesi. What was I putting in here? That. And then in there, that. Beautiful. Green like the forest, yes. Green is such a beautiful color. Back to the desert. Although we're a bit early, it's fine. It's fine, we can get our little thing. Our quest. I ain't fishing. Reach level 30. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Pink and brown? Ooh, I've never seen anyone say brown as their favorite color. My favorite color is green, but my favorite color combination is green and pink together. I think they look very nice together. Oh shit, I didn't get my lucky meal. Hang on. We need to leave. I need to get my lucky meal. Yes. Like a really nice green with pink. Oh, so pretty. Yes, I want rare fruit and uncomfortable hot sauce, please. It's what I crave. Oh yes, I love cups. I used to have a very large mug collection. But then I decided I need to stop collecting mugs. So now I only collect, oh shit, Disney mugs. Once a year for Christmas. I always collect their Christmas design mug. I've been doing it now for like, oh, I don't even know how long. A very long time. Since 2014 I've been collecting the Disney Christmas mugs. Oh my lord. Seed maker. You couldn't give me anything else, my guy. Exactly, yeah, I had to get rid of so many. It was so sad. Well, I didn't have to, I just chose to. I was the same with notebooks. I love pretty notebooks, so I would just collect them and never use them. But I did get rid of a load of notebooks as well. And I just kept the ones I really love. Damn. Okay, floor of 30. Ooh, I got a Prizzy. Let's go. I love me a rainbow rock. I used to be the same. So I just did it, and it is sad, but it had to be done. See if we can get any ores. Oh god. Come on, dude. I'm the same with clothes, though. I used to hate giving away clothes. But now I'm just constantly trying to get rid of clothes. Which reminds me, I need to do another, like, declutter. No effect. Let's go. Oh, hell no. Thank you for hydrating Nyrax's orb. I'm sure he appreciates it. I'm not sticking around for that floor. Hell no. Oh my god, we summoned Leon. Let's go. That juicy butt. And that's a lot of eggs. Oh, funny. He was quite nice to Hannah today. What is the fortune? Fortune cookie more like cookie of lies, let me guess. You will find riches beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah, right. Oh my god. He is such a diva. I love it. It was quite nice for him, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's better than some of the things he says, that is for certain. Don't mind me just wandering through. Give me the coal. Kinda want all these eggs too, not gonna lie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna drink another triple shot. Exactly! Oh, it's great. It's great. Holy. I find the bats the worst, man. am too lazy to walk all the way back there. I think I will skip that floor, thank you very much. No! I clicked the wrong friggin' button. It's fine, I'm fine. Oh, not George again. Jazz, what you got? You got a magic rock candy. Hold the horses. I don't want to get some skateboard, low-key. 300? I don't know. Oh, we didn't get our new look. Okay, we're going from elf chic to granny. Granny on the prairie. Why does it look like Haley's eyebrows are green? Oh, you only get one? That sucks. Right? I'm going to church. See what you have today, traded lady. I don't want the Jojo one. What do you have? Nothing. I do need mixed seeds, so I'm just gonna buy the mixed seeds. You can all judge me, I don't care. I know, but we have to wear it because I said. So it's sad. Don't need you. Don't need you. Kind of don't need you either. Oh, our wine's done. I want to move all of that for now. Give me 2 minutes. My phone is ringing. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I need to stop muting my phone when I stream, I think. Right. Okay. Let me see. I think I have accidentally sold all my starfruit, so I'm kind of cursed. But it's okay. Also, this is all starfruit wine because I found I have more kegs in the quarry than I do here, so it made more sense to have starfruit wine up here and get more ancient fruit wine. The math is mathing to me. It's mathing, kind of. And then the rest will just fill with ancient fruit, it's fine. I need money. Which means the quarry should be done also, so I can go there. Look at that. I've got them all timed to a T. Which reminds me I didn't make more kegs. Oh, I didn't mean to go in here. Although I do need more kegs. Oh, you're talking about, I don't know what we're talking about, but yeah. And my dogs are barking again, as always. Oh, okay. Then I know what we're talking about, kind of, maybe. Now, do all these look like they're kegging? I think they're all kegging, it's fine. We're fine. Bus stop. You need 150 floors and 15 cat statues. Ah. Dogs. Dudes, come on. And then... hopefully the math is mathing. I don't know. My dogs just don't care. Kind of miss our chic elf outfit, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, dog says no. They'll always say no. Yeah, not mathing in my head. It's fine. We're fine. I'm not fine, but it's okay. You know, the last few days, I've been waking up so freaking anxious and it's been doing my head in. And I've been having those kinds of, like, dreams and nightmares where you wake up like you're falling. It's so annoying. I don't want to. Oh, we can make more kegs. Let's go. Yes, but on a good luck day, you get more cat statues. Oh my god. You were held, Orb. You were held. You said get more. Yeah, it's freaking horrible, man. It's like, leave me alone. I'm just a baby. We can put more kegs here, right? Like in the road too? If I'm not mistaken. I have exactly 572 kegs because that's how many crops I grow on Ginger Island. Oh god. I don't know how many kegs I have. Not enough. Not enough at all. But I'm working on it. But unlike you, I don't like to buy my ores from Clint. I feel like I haven't done this right either, because I wanted a giant cauliflower, but not enough spaces, right? Why am I like this? Do I have a spare... How long does a cauliflower take to grow? Do I have a cauliflower? Oh, I don't. I just wanted a giant cauliflower. Time to put our elf outfit away. Oh, and we have our skateboard. Where should we put our skateboard? Is it a wall decal? Yes, it is. We can put it in the kids' room. It's fine. Can I get another cauliflower and plant it in time? Hmm. We're so close! Look, guys, we're so close! Oh, am I gonna be able to actually buy a cauliflower from Pierre? I don't know if I am. I might have to pick one. Wait, cause if I put a pressure nozzle on this, if I put that there, I'm gonna pick these, I guess. Cause it's that and that, right? I hope. I pray. Okay. I can put a cauliflower in the seed maker. It's good. We're fine. Ancient fruit. Oh god damn, I forgot my scythe. Brain, brain. Please. Stay on my head. Did I not put more ancient fruit in there? Yes. I want a giant cauliflower named Fred. I feel like I deserve that in my life. I don't know what to call my giant powder melon. I don't know what an icy name is for him. I should have a pressure nozzle somewhere. Yes, I do. So, I need to move that. Put... Oh. No. Khaleesi. know what you're doing. How long have you been playing this damn game? Oh, for God's sake, I forgot my hoe. What was I doing? Guys, what was I doing? Hoe. I was hoeing. I was gonna get my hoe on. I'm hoping it'll grow in time. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot my watering can now. You know what? You know what? It's fine. No, it's not fine. I should have put speed grow on that fucker. Where's my speed grow? My guy. Deluxe quality. Hyper speed grow. That's what we need. I want a big giant cauliflower named Fred. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I still don't know what to call our powder melon. What does he look like to you all? I have a fascination with giving things names. Okay. Well, now I have to put my tools in order. Hold the front door. Beautiful. I want to go see what's in the desert traders. But it doesn't look like that. Can you see what this song is called? It's called Alicia. And it's got like a witch on the cover. Like a little cartoony witch. I will post it in the Discord music channel. Where am I going? Who am I seeing? I think I put it in right. Who knows? DJ, hello, welcome in. Is it a song from Expedition 33? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You have a mocha, my favorite. You and Kay got the same coffee today. Okay, we still need to name him. If my cauliflower is going to be Fred, I feel like this guy needs to be an F name also. I still need to play Expedition 33. My mushrooms grew! Oh, it's looking so magical over here. Oh, let's go to the desert quickly. See what's for sale. Yeah, I know. That's why I was gonna do it. Still no George. Not you again, Sam. Robin, what do you have? Nothing interesting, okay. How am I? I am tired and I don't know, but I'm fine. Oh my god. What kind of outfit is this? I look kind of cute. This is giving cottagecore vibe. I am getting on though. How are you, CJ? We're dealing. We're managing. I'm gonna get the magic rock candy because, you know. Oh my god, look at you both on the pigeon scales. Right. What do you have? Anything I want? You are a cursed lady. Right. Where am I going next? A copycat. Vibe. I kind of like this dress. It's cute. Oh my god. The peasants? Why am I being shamed? Why am I being shamed? What did I do? Ugh. She's not a peasant either, right? She's a, priestess or something. I don't fucking know. I need to rewatch Game of Thrones, guys. Minus the last 2 seasons, because I don't care what anyone says. They are just... no. Not for me. Yeah, the Sept. There we go. I need the dude who read all the Game of Thrones music to redo a concert so I can go again, because he's fucking incredible. There's so much I want to do. So many artists I want to see. Same. His music, he's one of my, like, favorite composers of all time. And my other one is, let me find him. Richter? Max Richter. He's also an incredible composer. Really? I want to go see the Stardew live music experience. It's in London sometime. I'll have to check when it's there next. Because you can bet I'll be going. Oh, curse you. I never keep any music on for games, though. Even if I like it, I don't. I get overwhelmed by games as it is. I don't need the music too. Now I'm gonna have to harvest all this because it's gonna irritate me. Someone remind me to replant all my starfruit tomorrow. Yeah, Baldur's Gate music is also really good. Gotta sell you, gotta sell you, and I gotta sell you. I need to create my own, like, stream music playlist. Because right now I just got this random ass one on. And, like, I like the songs. They're cool. It's got a mixture, but... I need more, you know, from the games I play. My stream playlist. I am so glad. I would like to be the kind of person that can listen to music with lyrics, but I get too overwhelmed and I end up singing, and yeah. Oh, guys, did I tell you I got a muscle t-shirt too? Wait, let me put it on. Hold the front door. Look at my damn muscles. Can you see my muscles? Shall I zoom in for you all? Mm-hmm. You see these muscles? But no. Now we go back to the icon that is Khaleesi in her dragon outfit. But you were blessed with my muscles, I'm just saying. Now I have to put all my outfits back in my wardrobe because I'm such a fashionista. Oh my god, look at it. Demon Child. Yeah. I like all music too. People call me weird because I can go from listening to like extreme heavy metal, like screaming, and then listen to some relaxing like classical, and then I'll go into some weird pop, and yeah. My playlist is a vibe that a lot of people do not understand. But that's okay. I don't need people to understand my music. I need a closet with my... Oh, I know! I know! We need to create a closet! But I wanted the one room to be a Genemo room. Like, with cute Genemo furniture. So maybe we can do a Genemo closet area? I don't know. Oh, we technically have 2 rooms. If we think about it. We have... No, still not. I have not had the luck. We have this room, which we could make Genemo themed. And then this room could be a closet. Are we vibing that? This... Okay, this room is gonna be the closet. What theme do we go? I need to figure out where I'm putting this Prairie King thing. I wish I could... Yo, bro. No. Thank you! Can I just put it here behind the step? No, it looks weird there too. We can put it here, it's fine. Shane doesn't even go in there anyway. It's fine. Because we have a cool dining room for special occasions that never happen. True. True. I feel like we should put spaghetti on the table. Oh. Family spaghetti. Love that. Although I don't... Oh my god! The mannequin has moved again! It's creepy. It was right here in this little spot, and now it's over here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Oh, I know. It irritates me. Considered Ape doesn't want us to have anything nice. And then I have this dresser that needs to go somewhere. I just don't know where. Because it's technically my dresser, but maybe it can go here. But then my giant bear. I need more places to put my plushies. Game. Because I now have my giant Junimo. And my giant blue bear. It's conflicting. Although I still want my giant pigeon teddy bear. It might be a lot of money, but I think my happiness is worth it, right? Do I not have a storage in here at all? No, I don't. What vibe are we gonna go for in the dressing room, Hannah? Okay, hang on. Let me get my web browser up. um... I think this is the one. I think this is the one. Oh yeah, this is the giant one. It's the one I need. Wait, it doesn't give you the example of how big it actually is, so... What is going on? Do you actually give me... No. Well, I'm gonna have to show you on the weird page of life. Yeah, I'll share it now. Give me 2 seconds. No, wrong thing. I have to enable a capture and I have to make sure I don't... What am I doing? Window capture, right? Is that it? Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Look at this, okay? That is what I need. Look how big it is. I need that. I need it. Like, right now. I would take it everywhere. Everywhere that would go with me. See, Hannah, you see the vision. Is it a lot of money? Yes, but would it make me happy? Yes. So, like, exactly. Truly, you're seeing nothing. I'm not planning to buy a giant pigeon. There is a bigger one. I just can't find it. Wherever it is. Oh, yeah. And the giant jellycat one. Where is it? Where is this guy? I think you can only buy it from Harrods, and it's just a giant-ass pigeon. Love that for me. I do need a real pigeon. That is the truth of the matter. Okay. What vibe are we going for the room of fashion? Oh, really? I've never been in Harrods. I have no self-control when it comes to pretty things, so... Oh, what the heck is that? Nope. I'm scared I would buy something. But then I'm not really a shop person, so I don't really... Oh my god, yes. Let's go. Vibe. I always say I'm just a child, so I have no money, but... Again, this is where I need a sugar daddy. Oh, okay, okay. You're a baby banana. So everyone's just gonna bring me a different pigeon, is what I'm hearing here. That's a vibe. Oh my god, what is that? It looks like a load of... Ugh. That's weird. Where's the retro? I kind of really like the retro stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I had a white dove that came to visit me the other day. It was absolutely beautiful. Do we go dark in here? I feel like maybe we go dark. I don't know if I like the brown. And I don't want to go red again. These are questions. Wait, who's keeping pigeons? We're not hunting pigeons. We be nice. We be nice to pigeons. We love pigeons. Okay, we put our dresser in the middle with the rug. Love that. And then we need a little footstool because, you know, fashionable. You need to sit down with your clothes. And then, I don't know. I don't know what else fashion people need. I'm not fashion. A light? I don't know. A door? A banner? 2 banners. Okay. True. Oh, look at Shane. Look at him just wandering in. Like he owns the damn place. That man. Honestly. Right? Oh, God. Chat, why did you all make me marry him? Chat hates me, which is confirmed. Oh, God. See, and now this isn't gonna be centered, so I'm gonna be even more annoyed. I need more plants. When in doubt, plant it out. They're the words. Maybe he peed himself. Really? Oh, I passed out. Really, Poolie? Oh my Christ. Why is everyone peeing themselves? Oh my lord. Okay, okay. Back to designing this room. I have no clue. I'm just leaving those two to do whatever the heck they're up to. I have no clue. I think Orp's hating on Poolie. Do I like the panels? Why are my windows odd? Oh my god, no one pointed that out to me. Maybe to what? Oh lord, Poolie. No, I don't like those. I don't like those. How do people do the quick delete? I don't know the button for that. I need to learn. Literally, I'm so sad. McDonald's did a... What is it? Like, Biscoff McFlurry. And it's no longer there. Sad times. We need more plants. That is it. I need ceiling leaves. That is what I need. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, the ice cream machine is always broken. It's cursed. I'm just cursed in general, I think. Why does nothing in this room center? This is weird. I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know. Get another dresser, maybe? Do we double dress? Do we double dresser it? Is that a thing? Maybe? But then the rug is off, and that's frigging annoying as fudge. Oh, that is how you do it. Interesting, okay. Then I have to move everything. Oh. The pain. The true pain. Let's go buy mannequins. Then we can fully, like... Get out the way. Thank you. Wait, whose birthday is it that they want a parsnip? Where am I going? Guys, where am I going? No problem, Hannah. Where am I going? Desert. Khaleesi, brain. Chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggies. For God's sake, open at 9. Sandy, come on. Okay, not only do I need these, but I need some mannequins. Oh my god, why are you so expensive? Hello? That took a lot of money. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not crying on the inside. I'm not crying on the inside. You're crying on the inside. What was I doing? I need to replant my starfruit, but I'm being too lazy. I'm not gonna lie to you all. Probably shouldn't have sold that moss, but again. Okay, we have the mannequins. One there. One there. I'm only getting 4 for now because they're goddamn expensive. Hello. We need rugs. We need rugs, and we need lots of rugs. We need that rug. And we need that rug, and that rug, and give me that rug, and that's all you have? Okay. The large rug doesn't fit the space. This kind of does, I guess, but it's red. Is that too red? Children, out of my dressing room. Thank you. You need a large meal with 20 nuggets? Is that your side dish, Poolie? Like, what is this child doing? This is like beautiful. Have you ever seen such a work of art? I know you haven't. It's fine. You don't have to tell me. We need plants. I like that tree, and why not that tree? And this one. And you know what? We'll take that too. And that. And that. And that. And that. And that. We need wall lights too. Because why the heck not? Okay, we're going all in with the plants, and I have no shame. Why can I not put lights on top of... These children are so freaking annoying. Poolie, you need to keep your moves nice and perky. Love that. Love it. You've got to. It's got to be done. I am eating Oreo ice cream. See, I can't eat ice cream sandwiches because I can't bite into them. Oh, Hannah, you should have just asked me. The internet is a dangerous place. Oh, God. I feel like I need a little light. Where's my little lantern? No game. Get out of my dressing room, children. What the heck? Now we have to dress these things, right? Oh god. Now we have to pick the outfit. Do we do a fake muscles? Do we do the fake muscles t-shirt as an outfit? Because I feel like that's a vibe. But what kind of hat? I should probably move everything into one dresser. Because I have lots of clothes. Lots of clothes. We can keep our rings in one. That's fine. I don't need my rings. God, why do I have so many hats? Pootie gets timed out for being mean. What do you do? What do you do? Pootie, what are you doing to people? Poolie. He's torturing people who have hair. Oh my god. Bully. I wish I could put a hat on Shane. Might make him look a bit better. That was a bit mean of me. I'm sorry, Shane. I love you, really. Here, take this pizza. Okay, rings, go back in. That's what I say, Hannah. We're angels. Leave us alone. Okay. Now, I'm thinking we need a slime outfit. I like that outfit, so we're gonna keep that one. We need a fake muscles one, obviously. Oh god. It's the boots, man. What goes with the slime? I'm just here trying to make an outfit. Oh, I feel like the propeller hat would go well with the slime. And with the muscles, the muscles, what goes well with muscles? Oh my god, that's adorable. Of course, we need my little elf costume too. What am I forgetting? Josh, hello, welcome in. Hello, Raiders, welcome in. How are you doing? How is stream? Welcome in. If you're new here, hello, I'm Khaleesi. I'm a variety streamer, but I'm focusing on reaching perfection for Stardew Valley at the moment. But welcome in. How are you all doing? Hello, Spooky Bean Dip. Oh, God. No problem. Thank you so much, Josh. Have a great day. Okay, I think it was the green tunic, right? I can't remember. Oh god, what says muscles more than a pink miniskirt? I mean, I'm just saying. And while we're at it, we may as well do a delicate pink bow. Because if that's not masculinity, I don't know what is. How beautiful. Can you put shoes on mannequins? Because, hello. Fashionista up in here. Look! Look at them. They're gorgeous. I need to see if I can put shoes on them. Hang on. Although, I just wear the same shoes, so... Oh, you can. Okay. For the sake of just vibe, we're gonna put shoes on them. Oh my god. Chris, hello, welcome in. How you doing, nerd? Don't nerd me! What the heck? Like, look how beautiful. Nothing says masculinity like a muscly shirt with a pink skirt and a bow. You made a new elytra launcher. Let's go. Favorite snack maker? I wish I could put this damn light up, but I can't. So we have to stick with this vibe. It's fine. It's fine. Is this too many plants, or is this just enough plants to get away with plants? I like the plant vibe. Okay, I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna look at this room. And we're gonna think, apart from more mannequins, which I know I need, what more do I need in it? Honestly, masculine man, muscle man with pink mini skirt, purple booties, and a bow is kind of my favorite. Oh my god, look at the gremlins! Ugh. I should play Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in a while, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh my god. Let's go. Look at this fashionista. Look at me. Hello. Hello. Love that. Well, you see, everyone, we're gonna... Can I, like... No, okay. We're gonna sit sideways while we talk about this. Chris the nerd is the dessert dude in Discord. Yes, Hannah. He's the one who's constantly trying to make me hungry with cakes. He also got me obsessed with Overwatch again, and then I asked him to play with me, and guess what? No. So, yeah, no. You love the dressing room? I'm glad. We need more mannequins. But for now, I think this is great. And look at all our cool outfits. We have cute sundress Khaleesi. Then we have, oh my god, I'm going on a day trip Kitty Khaleesi, which I kind of love. I would wear this in real life, I'm not gonna lie. Then we have big strong man Khaleesi. And then we have little elf on the prairie Khaleesi. And then obviously Queen Dino Khaleesi. You know, like a little kid going on a day trip with their parents. Oh god. Yes, you would, Chris. That's exactly what you did to me. Right? And do you love all the names of the outfits too? I think it's kind of a vibe. I think it's a vibe. I love it. Although I wish lighting was better in this room. Not gonna lie. You're not sweet and innocent. I cast lies. Yes! Okay, what wooden things are we talking about? Little signs? We need signs. That's what we need. Yes, you would. Absolute meanness here. These ones, text lines? 4 for now. We'll do 4. Oh wait, no. Maybe we should just put all the names on. Right. Let's go into the room. Where are we gonna put our sign? Okay. Wait, what was I putting? So we've got cute cottage. Wait, what did I call it? Cute cottage Lacey. Then we've got what else? Day trip Lacey, of course. Cute cottage Lacey, day trip Lacey. And then we can put another sign over here. Masculine Lacey. Is that how you spell masculine? And little elf on the prairie. Is that how you spell prairie? I don't know. Okay. The outfits. Did I do it right? P-R-A. No, I did not. Please let me go back. Oh, God, no. P-R, hang on. P-R-A-I-R-I-E? Who knows? Let's go. Okay. Cute cottage Lacey, day trip Lacey. Masculine Lacey, little elf on the prairie Lacey. Love it. Love to see it. I can get rid of that dress now. No, wait, no, I can't. It has all my rings in. If I'm not mistaken. A lot of my rings. That could have been very dangerous. I think this is all just rings now. Right, nothing in here. We can get rid of this. Oh my god. Our dressing room's so cute. I love it. And then obviously this is going to be the Genimo room. It goes down into our secret lair of wizardry and magic. This cursed mannequin, I swear to Christ. The night markets? Yes, it is. It really is. You have good ears. One thing I'd hate about this game is I can't put lights where I want to put lights. Like, this room is so freaking dark, man. Many other secret talents vibe. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need any more lights. It's cool. Oh, I can put Big Blue Bear back. Love it. I love my giant Genimo also. You have a musical ear? See, that's the thing with me. I can listen to a song and I'll know the song. I can't remember artist names or names of songs at all. It's because I've got the brain of, I don't know, a goldfish of some kind. Unless I really like the artist and know them really well, like Harry, yeah, then there's no point me trying. But we made a little bit of money. I think by next stream we might have the big gold clock. Possibly. Maybe. There's a game, it's called Hitster, and I'm so good at it. I hear the song, I have to guess it's you. Oh my god, I think I know that one. I think I've heard of that game before. See, I would suck at anything like that, honestly. I am really bad with remembering songs. What are we gonna put on? We'll put this song on. And we are gonna go ahead and end stream. Thank you to everyone who joined me today. Let's see who we can raid. If you have any recommendations on people to raid, let me know. Rude? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Not my fault you came in late, sir. Ooh, maybe some Fields of Mysteria. That could be fun. Time always goes so quickly. I think we have raided Cosmic Squirrely before. Thank you for the head pats. But it's a game I kind of want to play on the stream, so Also, cats. There. So, show you love. My next stream now is on Wednesday. This new schedule is throwing me through a loop, I'm telling you. But thank you for joining me, and I shall see you Wednesday.